Buff Daddy here, coming to you from my apartment here in Ohio. First video in a while, so I thought I'd just update you on one of my projects I've been doing. My Mega Flywheel Magazine Blaster, or half the time I call it Bob, you know, because we have to name something after Bob. But it consists of the rear Stampede magazine well from a Buzzbee Air Max Boss, and part of a rival Zeus Blaster. Let me open it up here for you. Right now I have a high current MOSFET feeding power to the flywheels, and I have the on-off switch of the Stampede set up to be the rev trigger, essentially. So that's how I'm controlling that. Then for the Stampede part, I'm using the plunger assembly as the pusher for the Mega Darts. I have the plunger and the stock spring removed already, so it's just the return spring. That ended up leading to some problems running this on 3S, so I ended up having to have a voltage reducer coming off of the LiPo, getting to like 8 volts or so. So bringing it down that low, putting a stronger spring on the motor switch, and then carving a piece of the lever that presses the switch out, basically doing what I could to give enough time for the switch to reset to off before it started cycling again. After I got all that working, it performed beautifully with only a minor hiccup, if you want to call smoking a minor hiccup. Here's the video from the last Naptown Nerf War.
"13, 14, 15. Clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, shit. 7.
Yeah, not my greatest moment in Nerf modding. Turns out that only the Nerf Megas work with this. The flywheels on the rival blasters are spaced close enough that, you know, they put lots of crush into the Mega Darts, so the Buzzbee Mega Darts, the heads are too stiff, so those will stall the motor. The China Darts that were available at the war that had the more plastic heads instead of rubber, still flexible, but not nearly enough, so that's what ended up stalling the motor, and I didn't turn off the current to the motors fast enough, so that's where the little bit of smoke came from. So, the blaster still works, the motors aren't going to live nearly as long as they should, but all in a day's work of trial and error. Here's more footage from the war when the blaster was working properly.
One, 2. No accuracy whatsoever, but so much fun.
So, as you can tell, there is no accuracy whatsoever. If they're not 30 feet in front of you, you're probably not going to hit them. But that's hardly the point. You have a giant mega flywheel blaster that gets fed by magazines that you can just dump one after the other after the other. Granted, I only had 5 Tyrant clips on me, so, 60 rounds total. You can carry a heck of a lot more micro darts, but where's the fun in that? That's all for now. I have lots of projects and cleaning to go through. I'm experimenting with spare Tyrants to see how much power I can get out of those before they give up. I have a Battle Scout I grabbed for clearance for $30 that I'm gonna finally mess with and do something to it, since it's one of those blasters that probably shouldn't have existed in the first place. It was a bad idea. But that's all for now, so have a good one.